Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very serious and important topic to discuss with you today.
So, here's a note we got from the President, Prime Minister actually, we live in Canada. Warning, if you suffer from fanboyism, this episode may give you symptoms of disappointment, rage, cringe, and anger. So if you're like 70% of the world, which just goes after fanboyism, this may.
If you suffer from this very deadly disease, please turn off the video and please stop watching right now.
Yeah, bro.
Thank you. Now let's get on to the episode.
This is serious. This is serious.
Let's get on to the episode. Let go.
Alright, so this is the 5th episode of our channel. We're very happy to present you to this video. So get up, happy faces. We're getting more and more, happier.
Yes.
David got a girl.
Yes.
Our lives are becoming better. I'm still single. Hook up. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about
He's single and he's ready to mingle.
something that the world has all been waiting for. You see, the world has been split into two sides for a very long time.
Two factions.
Yes.
A schism has occurred.
So one side is the feminine side, the other one is the male side, which has been split in half. So, but like everyone knows, that's not just that half. Not just feminism and
That's the only.
Sorry.
That's not the only
female and male.
schism.
Female and male. There's also a debate of what's better, Android
Or iOS.
or iOS, which David loves so much. Alright. So today I'm gonna be talking about my points of why Android is better, and warning, once again a warning from Prime Minister. This video may tell you that it's time to change your phone, and don't worry, your parents are not going to be angry at us for paying $500 more for getting you a good Samsung phone. In fact, you're going to be happy because it's going to open
We're
your
informing
eyes.
you. We're going to give you the facts, and you are going to make the decision yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you want to live a crap life like David has for the rest of your life? Or would you want to live single, walking on the road, feeling good with the swoosh, alright? Swoosh, alright? And enjoying life. This is your decision. David, go along.
I think we should start with the points that we have. The arguments of our topic, of our debates with the Z. That's the name of this series. Debates. Okay.
Just trying to act cool. Don't blame him.
I'm not cool. I'm
Just trying to act cool. Debates.
It's called a cool name. You gotta make something catchy.
Catchy, okay.
Catchy, okay?
That's why we still have only 6 subscribers. Thank you, David.
Correction, it's 9 at this
It's
point.
9.
Maybe even 10. Maybe even 10. After
Make sure to
saying
check. Make sure to check. And if it's not 10, make sure to subscribe.
Yes, exactly. Do that. Please do that. Exactly. So, first debate. iOS is substantially better than Android. For my first reason, I would say this. Android has only software updates for only the recent phones, like the phones that are usually 1, 2, or 3 years old. Apple gives software updates for phones that are 6 years old. 6 year old. 6 years old.
He can't even talk properly. This is Apple, boys.
6 years old. Like the iPhone 5S, which is a well agreed upon classic, is still getting updates to this day. Do you see an Android phone that is 6 years old that still has updates? Hails nah. That's my first point.
This was an attempt to make it.
That means
cool.
when you get your
David,
own.
keep going. I'm getting myself a pack of corn pops.
Okay. That means when you get a phone, you know that you're going to be using it for many years to come. Not for 2, not for 3, but a full 6 freaking years. You're getting your money's worth. Sure, I agree, iPhones are more expensive. Nobody's arguing with that. Maybe too expensive, maybe, that's debatable. But there's no argument that you're getting more value and you're getting more longevity.
Wrong.
Wrong.
See, sir, what would you rather have? 1 year of crap or 1 year of good? I choose Android. That's good. This is good.
Your argument is
No.
illogical because
It's very logical.
By
Because you
your
have
logic
6 years.
is-
You have
listen.
6 years of what? Trying to find a back button. 6 years.
You don't need a back button. It's the OS is so
6
perfect.
years of
You
making
don't
yourself
need-
blind with the notch. 6 years of struggling to just download stuff from the site.
Okay.
6 fucking years of trying to accomplish your goals in life. Now here's the Samsung. Yes, it may break. Like David says, I completely argue. Because my uncle has a phone rate for 7 years, same phone. The guy's a cheapskate, he doesn't want to buy anything else. So if you guys have the money, please buy him a new phone. Alright. 1. Where was I?
You were saying about how iPhones are trash.
Okay. So
Which
one.
I'm not, but whatever. We're just.
Alright, so see, there's fanboyism. I am not a fanboy.
Neither
Alright?
am I. I respect Android, but I just prefer Apple.
See, if Apple would have gave me a flying phone, I would completely buy it over an S9, an S10, let's say. But if it gave me a phone, which is just $1,600, alright, that's like $1,000 more than it should cost. The X, what does it do? No, tell me what does it do more than the S9 that it should cost more? There's nothing, David. Tell me one thing, sir. I'm gonna
you get the privilege of knowing that you have a device that will last you longer, which was my first argument.
Listen, if you have a person in your family that throws phones against the walls, nothing
Yeah.
will last.
So
Use it carefully.
we're talking about like
use it carefully. Put it in your pocket. Have a case.
even if you use it carefully, you will get more software life on your phone. Second of all, privacy.
So just delete the apps
Listen,
to make it faster.
That's not will help. Not exactly. Second point, Apple has privacy. You know, you're confident. You have the peace of mind of knowing that your phone will not get hacked and that it's safe. And your privacy is secure. You don't have to worry about some kind of company knowing about your personal email, personal phone number, personal information, your texts, or your sex. You don't want people.
Once again, that was an attempt at making a joke. That was
Yeah,
awful. That was
privacy.
simply awful. Go on. Go on.
You have privacy.
That was awful.
I brought up my point.
That's
Debate.
simply awful.
Debate it.
That was not a debate. So, we're
I
good.
bring up a point and then you do a counterpoint.
Trying to hide? Alright, so there's nothing to hide really.
Oh, I didn't finish. I didn't
You
finish.
have something called a VPN. It does
What?
everything. Yeah, VPN hides everything. Alright, you're not gonna be tracked or anything.
Not true. In one condition, a VPN protects things from your internet provider, but it doesn't prevent you. But it doesn't prevent loss of data from the phone's company.
I always had this question: how do you pronounce it, data or data?
It's whatever you want. Both are correct, but I think the preferred way is data.
Oh,
But I think it just sounds more knowledgeable, like more
Okay.
smart. Like I have all this data than just data.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. It's whatever.
oh.
The third point I want to make. Notches. No doubt, notches are not the most prettiest thing, but I do know some people that actually prefer a notch over just a regular screen.
That's
Because-
fanboyism. If you prefer
Yes,
a
true.
notch over a full screen, that's fanboyism.
That
son.
is true, but they do have one point though. There's a reason for this notch. It houses the most sophisticated facial authentication system of any phone. There was a test, like some kind of like they made like a 3D sculpture, like out of clay, I think,
Yeah.
of this human being's head. Every single Android phone was tricked by this like 3D image of his head,
Alright.
except the iPhone, because
What do
they
you mean
not
tricked? What?
like the phone unlocked
Yeah.
with the fake face. Because it was just like a sculpture of one's face,
Alright.
and so every single Android phone was tricked, but the only one that wasn't tricked was the iPhone. So there's a reason for that notch. You get security, you get quality security.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Sure, there is a downside. Nobody's arguing that it's beautiful or that it's perfect, but you at least know that it's there for a reason. And you know what? With any phone, you get used to it. Trust me. No matter how like if you just get used to it, it's not that bad over time.
Yeah. It's like you could live in a cave for like 13 years. Eventually you're gonna get used to it. Eventually after eating rocks for a couple of months, you're gonna get used to it. Eventually after eating worms for like 2 weeks, you're gonna get used to it. Eventually after eating raw fish.
You know, worms are actually like a very very like royal food in
Go
some
eat
countries.
it. Go eat it.
Sure.
Alright. Or if you eat raw fish, not talking about sushi, but actual raw fish. Alright? You're gonna get used to it after 2 meals. But do you actually want to do that? Do you actually want to get used to it? Why do you have to?
Why?
Do you have to,
Because
why do you
then
have to
you
trouble
get-
your damn body, your beautiful body, with beautiful skin, which God provided us? Why do you have to just disturb it? Okay,
For the
why not have
purpose-
the beauty, S9, the S8? You know, we don't have those ugly notches.
You know, but you know, notches in
Is Apple
general.
just so why?
You know what?
If we have to get used to something, do we have to pay more? Tell me.
You get. I see your argument, but let's be honest here.
I don't see
notches.
myself, bro.
Notches are temporary. It's just something. What? Why are notches made in the first place? Let's think about it. It's because providers like phone brands want to make bezel-less screens, but they need to put a selfie camera somewhere. With our current technology, there's literally no place to put a selfie camera. So the only option is to either make a big bezel or a notch. Now, I think everybody would agree with me, every analyst, every tech enthusiast, that notches in about maybe 3-4 years, they're going to be a thing of the past because new screen tech.
But we
new
don't want to be in
soft-
the past. We want to be in the future.
That's my
We
whole
want to
point.
have a $1,600 phone in our
within-
hands,
listen.
saying we're in the future. You guys walking around the
Within-
S6. You guys are slow guys.
Within
We're top
3 or
guys.
4 years, no phones will have notches. Neither Samsung's, neither Apple's, neither those ugly Google Pixels. I think it's just we
Google
have-
Pixels are ugly in what world? That's for later discussions. David, keep going.
look, Google the Google Pixel 3. Google the Google Pixel 3. And it's the most ugliest notch ever. It's worse than the iPhones. It's like 3 times worse.
Yeah.
Because the Google Pixel 3 times worse. Whatever. Bad joke. So,
Again, that's the 4th attempt for him to pull a good joke.
whatever.
It will eventually work, don't you worry.
Yeah. One day, right?
7 videos
What's,
from now.
what's your defense? What's your point?
So my point is that Android, one, it's a lot easier to use. Now,
Why?
because
Elaborate.
let me explain. So you're very rarely gonna find a person bringing up details of why the Android would be a bad phone. You can say that I think the iPhone is better, but you can't say
bloatware on the Android is the worst. It's those.
you can't say that. I would never want to get an Android because of the this and this reason. No, you would say I think the iPhone may be better, but you'll never actually be able to point down a flaw in an Android. Tell me one flaw.
Flaw.
Tell me one reason.
Oh, you don't want to get me started
Get
on
me
that. All right.
Get me started. I ate my
Let's
snack.
get
Get me started.
Okay, number 1, security. You know that you are not defended, especially with Google's. I can't say about Samsung's, but for a fact, Google's are not safe. That you
And how are we not safe?
your Google will sell
No, come
your.
on. How are we not safe? Tell me.
Let me explain. The
By the way, we got new updates. We got chairs.
Yeah, fancy chairs. Google sells your data to different commercial sites, so they can use your information to make up statistics and shit. I don't know, things.
Okay.
That's first thing. So that means you have less privacy.
Okay, so let's just say it like that. Don't buy Google Homes. Okay, but
Google
give me. Okay, in this video, we're gonna be mainly talking about Samsung.
Okay, if we want to go.
Not exactly mainly, but like we're gonna talk mostly about Samsung.
Samsung has a lot of bloatware. What does that mean? That means.
Honestly, I don't know. Tell me.
Okay, I'm explaining it. It's when a phone has extra software installed into it, which makes it slow. Like for example, if you have a Samsung phone, you have 2 mail.
Is that not deletable?
Some are, but some are not. That's the problem. So let's say in Samsung, so you have 2 different mail apps. Why do you need 2 different mail apps? You have one Samsung mail app and you have one Google mail app. You have one Samsung calendar app, one Google calendar app. You have
Pretty sure you don't. I don't have it on my phone.
maybe not on your phone, on your phone, but some do. Like it has extra unnecessary software.
Buy good phones.
It has extra unnecessary software that slows down your phone. And you will especially notice it after maybe like a year or 2 when your phone stops making updates and your phone gets really, really slow really, really quickly.
Okay. Now, putting that aside, so the olden iPhones, if you look at them, they're really ugly. Alright. Now,
Old iPhones, the iPhone 5S is considered a classic.
Many
of
people-
phones. It is considered like.
we actually should get microphones. That probably sounded awful.
Yeah,
Anyways.
we should get mics. Please invest in this channel. Leave a donation.
So, the olden iPhones, their screen is like how big? This big? This big? Like 4 inches, 3 inches?
4 inches for an iPhone 5S.
Alright. Now, I would admit, I'm not again part of fanboy, but I would admit the 8, the iPhone 8, is a pretty decent phone. But the other phones before it is actually really ugly. They have like this small of a screen. We have a
The what?
massive bezel. We
The
have,
what? Yeah.
so we got massive bezels.
But Sam, that's because you're comparing old phones. Old Samsung
No,
phones
but
also have big
people,
bezels.
what do you think? Most people are able to buy like the S9 and the
But the
iPhone 10.
Old Samsung phones also have big bezels. All phones at the time had
No,
big
no,
bezels.
they
because
have
old
big
phones-
bezels. Yes, they have big bezels.
So what's
But
the
if you look at my phone, which is a Samsung, you're gonna see it's not that. And also, it's a lot faster. How many gigabytes are the old
Because
phones?
your phone is only 2 years old. The iPhone 6 is 5 years old. You
Alright.
can't compare that. That's not.
Okay,
comparable.
okay, the camera, for example, the iPhone before the 7s, the camera. What is the
Before
camera?
the iPhone 10,
You could take a picture of a laptop and it'll look better.
the before the iPhone 10, it was without an argument. iPhones had the best cameras out of any smartphone. Google it. It's actually true. Nowadays, it's more like.
Well, how much
mixed.
RAM? How much RAM, for example, were the olden iPhones had?
I honestly
What's the
don't know.
top would go up to?
I honestly
I'll
don't
tell
know,
you straight.
but,
I'll tell you. It'll go up to 2.
I think it was 3, but okay, sure.
It'll
Whatever.
go up to 2. The olden Samsungs, it would go up to the max was 4.
But-
Or the max was 4.
but
That
that's
means
what
2
I'm saying.
more gig RAM.
Do you know why?
Do you know what has?
Do you know why Samsungs have more gig? If we need.
I'll tell you why. Because Samsung takes the money and decides to give what we deserve. They don't give us $1,600. We don't give them $1,600 to deserve something that costs only $1,000.
This comes back to my previous point. Since Android phones have a lot of bloatware, they need more RAM to function as well as an iPhone. Do you know why iPhones don't have as much RAM? Because they
Doesn't
don't
matter.
need as
Samsungs are
much
still
RAM.
faster.
They're not faster. If Samsungs had as much RAM as an iPhone, Samsungs would just be destroyed because Apple uses their RAM more efficiently, while Samsung needs more RAM because it's not as efficient of a system. It has a lot of bloatware and like bad coding. I don't know. I'm not trying to describe this well, but I think you get the point.
Alright, so you look at Samsung. Now I understand. Just tell me, is this logical? Like Samsung has a home button, has a back button,
Old iPhones
has
had a
a
home
back
button
button.
as well.
it has a back button. Now, where's iPhone's back button?
Let me-
Instead decides to come up with this arrow at the top, which you press on and it goes back. Why don't you put it right here?
Okay,
What
let me
is the
explain.
hidden message behind that? Why do you have to make everything so complicated?
Let me explain.
What's the answer, David? No, tell me.
Let me
My
explain.
mind is just not coming to this.
Yes,
Come on,
let
tell
me explain. What do you use a back button for an Android? To go,
To go
back,
Yeah.
to a previous page or to exit an app.
He's
correct?
acting as if this wasn't logical. Use the back for back, son.
Yeah, but you have two uses for it. To exit, you use it to exit an app or to go to the previous page. In iPhones, to exit an app, you just use the home button. You need a back button. To go to the previous page, you can just swipe to the right, and that can act as your back button. It's more efficient because it's.
Why do you
but
need stuff to
it's
act as your back button? Why not have the back button? You see, you
It
could
is
say, you could make you could make a house out of leaves instead of having a house.
But
Why
listen,
not actually have a house, not make up for a house?
Because
Why
it is
do
science.
swipes make up for back? Why not have an actual back button?
Let me
What's going on?
explain. Let me
David?
explain.
No,
Because
there's no explanation. We're
There
leaving it
is.
as a blank.
There's a very simple one. It is scientifically known that it is easier on the human brain to use gestures like swipes and like swipes than button-based operating systems like taps. It's better to like swipe your hand than to tap on a button. It's more efficient. It's faster. It's easier. It's more pleasing to the brain.
You know who wrote that? A dumbass. Anyways,
It's a fact. You can't argue with
so
that. Swipes
Android-
are more efficient than buttons.
no one supports you here. No one supports you. You're all by yourself.
Sure.
Anyway, next.
Sure.
With Android, it's a lot easier to download. Now, David, you could support me on this.
Wait, what?
on Android, it's a lot easier to download stuff that you find on the web.
Okay, yes, that's true.
David, support me on this.
I support you 100%. That's a fact.
Yes.
I have the great joy of owning both an iPhone and an Android phone, so I know the pros and cons of
But what
both
joys
well.
you most?
But I will agree 100% that the number one feature that I do miss in iPhones is being able to download things online. That is true. That is one downside of iPhones. No arguments there.
Also,
Yeah.
Apple. You may say that it breaks faster, which I don't really believe.
What?
You
I
said
can
that
say-
you said that it slows down faster, whatever.
Samsung slowed down faster because of like bad software. Yeah, your
Alright.
point.
But after all, Samsung does a big favor to all of us customers.
How so?
So watch, you buy. Let's say the Samsung 9 comes out or the Samsung 10. So now the
S10?
So now the S7, the S8 will become twice as cheap. No, not twice, but we're gonna have like a big discount.
How big of a discount? Like $100?
$100 discount, $200 discount.
Well, if a new iPhones come out, older
No.
iPhones are cheaper as well. That's not bad. That's
Not
not
cheaper,
right.
but they're expensive. They're still
Sorry?
expensive. Crappier phones for some reason are more expensive than newer.
But we just went over this. They're not crappy. We just discussed. this.
No, they still are crappy. They still are crappy.
Why? Why are they
Alright,
crappy?
also, tell me. This is a really serious topic.
He just doesn't know what to say.
I honestly, I just could leave it as a blank right now. That
He gives up. He knows that he
Samsung
lost.
and Apple really are. You could have two people just saying complete two different things, and I just have to surrender, and so does he, because we all know that
I never
you
surrender.
could
I'm a
have
fighter.
your own side,
Never
Apple,
surrender.
and I could
Keep
have my
fighting
own
to the
side,
end.
Samsung. But like he could fight with me, and I'll just give bigger proofs, and I give up proof, and he
You
just
know
gives
what?
me a
I think
bigger
this is a good time to
The
end the
point
episode.
is,
But I
you
think
could just choose your own phone. You know, you have money to waste, go buy Apple. You have money to spend, go to Samsung.
I partially
Thank
agree.
you, guys.
I partially agree with you. I think it's all about preference. If you like Androids, buy an Android. If you like iPhones, buy an iPhone. Enjoy your next purchase. Bye bye, everybody.